Sophie had always been a lover of animals. Ever since she was a little girl, she had spent countless hours poring over books about different species, learning everything she could about them. But her true love was the farm. There was something about the vast, open space, the smell of hay, and the sounds of animals that made her heart sing. And when she discovered horses, her love for the farm grew even deeper. Sophie lived just down the road from a farm that specialized in breeding horses for racing. Every morning, rain or shine, she would wake up early and make her way down the dirt road to the farm. She would spend hours walking through the stables, admiring the beautiful animals and feeding them carrots and apples. There were stallions, mares, foals of different ages, and she knew them all by name. But it wasn't just the horses that she loved. Sophie made sure to visit all the animals on the farm, from the chickens to the goats to the cows. She would watch the rabbits bouncing around in their hutches and spend time feeding the pigs. It was like a little slice of heaven every morning, and she cherished it more than anything. Sophie was a quiet, introspective girl, but on the farm, she came alive. She would talk to the animals, telling them all about her day or reading them stories from her books. And sometimes, when she was feeling particularly brave, she would climb onto the back of a gentle mare and they would go for a ride around the farm. The wind in her hair, the sound of hooves on the earth, it was all she ever needed to feel completely content. One summer day, Sophie arrived at the farm as usual, but something was different. The air was charged with excitement, and all the farmers were bustling around, running up and down the stables. Sophie wandered into the yard, wondering what was going on, and was greeted by a sight that made her heart skip a beat. A new foal had been born overnight, and it was the most beautiful thing she had ever seen. The tiny horse was brown and white with delicate, spindly legs and a fluffy tail. Sophie couldn't help but giggle as it attempted to stand up on its shaky legs for the first time. The mother mare nuzzled it affectionately, and the sight brought tears to Sophie's eyes. From that day on, Sophie spent even more time at the farm, watching the foal grow bigger and stronger each day. She would help out with the chores, mucking out stalls, and cleaning water troughs. The farmers began to depend on her, and Sophie was so grateful for their trust and kindness. But what Sophie loved most was spending time with the foal. She would sit in the field with it, telling it stories and singing songs. She felt a connection to the tiny creature that she had never felt before, and it filled her with a sense of purpose that she had never known. As the summer drew to a close, Sophie knew that it would soon be time for the foal to be sold to a new owner. It was a bittersweet thought, and she couldn't imagine life without her little friend on the farm. But she knew that it was the right thing to do, that the foal would go on to do great things and bring joy to someone else's life. On the last day of summer, Sophie arrived at the farm early in the morning. The foal had already been loaded onto a trailer, and she knew she wouldn't get to say a proper goodbye. Tears streamed down her cheeks as she walked around the farm, saying goodbye to all the other animals she had grown to love. She hugged the farmers, thanking them for the incredible summer she had spent with them. As she made her way down the dusty road, Sophie knew that she would always carry the memory of that special summer with her. The farm had taught her so much about love, friendship, and the beauty of living in harmony with nature. And as she looked back at the fields and stables of the farm, she knew that she would always return there in her heart, to the place where she had found her true home. Thank you for watching. If you like the content, press the like and subscribe button to receive all new updates, and leave a comment. Your opinion is important to us so that we can improve our level.